Hey JNC Fishing, how you doing? He's, he's got a comment before it even tells me there's somebody on. Second I turn it on, there's already a comment. We're out here at Pinto, and we evidently found. There's a fish. Oh, I missed him. Doesn't show anybody. Oh, there we go. Now it's saying one. And we're out here at Pinto. Um, we're out here at Pinto, and Jeff was struggling. Suddenly we came out here. This is the island area, and I caught what? First cast, I got a fish.
Yeah.
And then I caught another fish. And I caught two good keepers. And he got a keeper. And we're sitting here looking at the graph.
You got three keepers.
No, only two.
Three.
I do?
One, two, three. No, me.
Oh, yeah. Well, since we've been out here, he has three. We got another one, guys. Fish on in the front of the boat. Yeah, we were out here. We're in Watsonville. Jeff's got a good fish. Let me turn it a little more that way. Yeah, we actually found a bunch of fish out here. We've actually found. I was looking at the graph, and I thought it was weeds we were looking at, but it wasn't weeds. It's all bait fish. It's all either little crappie or little largemouth. But there, it's 10 feet deep, and it's showing what looks like weeds all the way up to 4 feet. And we found out that it's all bait fish. And he was out here throwing around active bait, and
Am I on there or no?
yeah, you're on. It's you. Nice bass.
It show it films both ways.
Yeah, I have it turned on you.
So it should be on me all the time.
Well, catch fish every time it'll be on you. Yeah, guys, it's like we stumbled onto something out here. He's been out here for a while. I just got off work. I just came out, and he had the graph on, and I was looking at the graph, and I'm like, dude, it looks like there's weeds all over the place out here. What is all this strawation? These things like across the
But put it out there. Strawation is a word.
strawation is a word, guys. I know it is, but I'm fishing the wrong color right now. I'm actually fishing. Whoops, behind it. Caught on the. I'm fishing this little Kitech. It looks like. I mean, these are all crappie and probably little baby bluegill or bass. They're all about that big. And he was fishing lighter stuff. And I said, "You need to go to something darker. Go to a purple brown." First cast fish. A little bit later fish. Then a nice one that's probably three and a half. And then another good one that was close to three. And I was throwing the purple brown. This water's kind of, oh, it's just got that greenish look to it. And I just know that color for some reason stands out really good in this water. It's not the color of the bait that they're feeding on, but they can just see it better. And so they attack it. So I said, I have this Kitech on. I only have two of the worm that's that color left. It's the purple brown. Oh, did you get another one? He just had another bite, guys. Yeah, but I can see him right now on the graph. Oh my God. Graph is showing stuff from 10 feet all the way up to 2 feet under the water. It just looks like weeds, but it's not weeds. It's just this is just where all the fry in the lake have gone, I guess. I mean, we were just up shallower, fishing a bunch of other spots, and it was like 7.5, 6.5 feet deep. And he ended up getting one random on a finesse jig, but all the rest of the fish we've been catching.
There's two on the fancy.
Well, you caught that one here though, but I'm talking about when we were up there shallower. He was up. We were up in 7.5 over more towards the islands, and he caught one on it, and then he came back over here where we're sitting in the 9 to 10 feet of water, and he hooked up with one almost right away. And he's just got 2 other bites while I'm talking to you. I'm gonna have to switch to the color that works real soon here. But we're just out in the middle of the lake, guys. Power worms work? Hello, what are power worms? He almost took my head off. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm using little stuff. I mean, all the bait's only that big. It's only about 3 inches. I mean, I hooked one.
You gilled a.
I gilled a little baby bass, and he was that
Right.
big. And the funny thing is, too, caught all my fish on a drop shot. You caught what? 2 on the flicking, right?
3 on the flicking.
Flicking the 4-inch, and on the finesse jig, a little small
3 and
finesse
2.
jig. I went to Ned Rig, ended up gilling a little like 2-inch bass, 3-inch bass. Never got another bite on it. After I caught those 4 fish in about 15, 20 minutes, I broke it off. Instead of trying tying back on the drop shot, which was working like crazy, I'm like, let me try the Ned Rig on him. Not a bite. He tried to crank out here. He tried to blade a jig out here. Did you try jerkbait out here or no?
No.
But he's tried to jerkbait earlier in the day before I got here, and nothing. And I said, you got to go smaller. You got to go finessey. The water it's up to 80 degrees, which is about the warmest I've ever seen it out here. I know the one year that I was out here with my boat the whole time, and I checked the water temp every day, and I never saw it go over 80 degrees except later than this. It was like actually in the beginning of August, and then suddenly it cooled back down. So yeah, I don't think they like this little swim bait. You'd think with there being tons of little bait fish out here, crappie, I think it's mostly crappie fry and little bass fry, which are both white and green, lighter color, or white and black, light. Everything I caught them on is that purple and brown. I mean, I got a few fish, a few hits on this little tide tank. Nothing. Nothing compared to, hey, Hunto Fish Show, what's up? Yeah, nothing compared to what happened when I was sitting here for a while with Jeff telling him what we should do. And then I went, this is the color, man. And he's like, how come you're not fishing yet? Well, don't worry. Yeah, first cast on that color, I caught a fish. And then I went, oh crap. I only have 2 more left. The one good color. I told you, the brown, uh-oh. No. Guys, it's my last drop shot rig. This is my last. It's gone. And I didn't even get to fish the good color on it.
I think I got one.
Do you have any hooks? I have weights. I just need hooks. That's a bummer, guys. That's a bummer. There's only a few places out here there's structure on the bottom. I go accidentally find. I fished out here for days without losing a drop shot rig. I've already lost 2 right now. I'm gonna go back to the flicking, the little teeny 3-inch, the big 3-inch.
You need a hook?
I see the hook. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to re-rig. That it? Yeah, that'll work.
Got that off, right?
What?
Here, these are smaller.
Well, I use the number 2. Sorry guys, getting hooked up with. Yeah, that might work better. I don't know. I'm sorry guys. I know what's working. I know what the fish want, and I'm out of hooks. I told you. Well,
Jeff came through for you.
yeah. Yeah. Hello, Chris. Hey, Chris is on. Found a bunch of fish. Yeah, too, but yeah, no. But right now they want stuff. They want stuff off the bottom right now. I told you there's all kinds of bait fish out here, and they're actually about. A lot of times you look them on the graph, they're about a foot up from the bottom, and they're all the way to 4 feet. And we've been trying a lot of stuff. I tried the Ned rig, and I drug it right on the bottom. I haven't got a bite on it. And like I said, I caught 4 fish in 15 minutes. The second I threw the drop shot with that dark color worm. So they want something just a little off the bottom right now. And I was throwing it around instead of going to the color that I knew worked. I was still trying to throw around that little high tech. But I only have two of the colors, so I was waiting for when I went live so I could throw on the color that works. And before I went to it, I broke off my freaking drop shot. Now I'm gonna have to switch to a different worm or a different hook. Yeah, it's still. That's what I mean. We're in 10 feet of water, and bait just everywhere, guys. Everywhere out here under the boat. But I said I'm using a light color right now. Something that should match it. I use the number 2 mosquito hook for all my drop shots. Tried number 4, which is a little smaller, but oh, there was a fish. I just got a bite on it. But number 2 hook percentage is way better than the number 4. I lose tons of them on the number 4. So number 2 mosquito hook. Must add. Or owner mosquito hook. Yeah, I'm getting bites. See, I'm throwing the wrong color still, even on this. I just wanna wait it out a little bit and let me show you guys. So I'm pretty sure when I switch back to what caught me the 4 fish in the 50 minutes, I get a fish right away. I want to prove a point. I want to make sure that it worked. See, guys, look. I said there's crappie down there. There's no shad in this lake. There's crappie down there, and there's baby bluegill or baby bass, which are lighter color. Crappie are kind of white with a little bit, huh?
Golden shiners.
Yeah, but I think what we're seeing out here, this ain't the golden shiners we're seeing underneath the boat. This is all fry. I'm trying to keep it current. There is when there's a really good.
Oh, you're current, all right.
When there's a good golden shiner bite in here, you know it. 10-year-olds are catching 8-pounders on shore, like 5 of them a day. It's so good in here. Like I said, I tried the Ned rig. Nothing. Oh, why did I grab the weight and not the worm? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I gotta hook up the drop shot real soon here. I'm gonna go to a darker color. I'm gonna go to the watermelon candy. Got a few bites on that drop shot with the Kitech, which is, I don't know what color it is. It's kind of clear with purple. I always wear a hoodie, even when I'm over the hill and it's 100 degrees. I always have my jacket on. That's 70 something here right now. I think it was 74 when I showed up. The water's in the 80s right now. I mean, on the graph, it's exactly 80 right now. But I don't know. I can't show you. I can't really move the tripod right now because I kind of got it squeezed in. But there's a buoy that's out here. Yeah, I usually wear mine for the pockets up top that I keep, but now they're all ripped out. So I got to get a new jacket or a visor. Or look, a jacket like his. See? Pockets up top, guys. Look at that.
Fishing.
An actual fishing jacket is what I need. Yeah, they want that drop shot, man. You haven't even tried it yet, have you?
No.
Jeff's denying the drop shot.
No, I'm not denying it.
He's just like,
It's a money maker catch.
he wants to catch him on what he wants to catch him on right now.
Catch them with their bait.
Oh, there's one. Little guy. my first fish in the boat. He freaking grabbed it and took off like a bat out of hell. Micro. That was on the flick and not on the drop shot. That was pretty close to the boat right now. Dude, there. I mean, you can't even see the bottom out here. I don't know. I wish I could. Wish this thing was more mobile right now, because I would show you what the graph looks like. Oh, look, and now they're disappearing. Now suddenly all that bait just dropped down. Now they're right on the bottom. Oh, that was a fish. One hit it on the drop. Now it's coming back up again. Oh my God, guys. I haven't really looked at a graph and read a graph in a while, but now evidently I know what bait fish look like. I thought it was weeds. It looks like it's a bunch of weeds off the bottom. But Jeff was throwing a crank, he was throwing a bladed jig, and he wasn't coming back with anything. Then we got to one point where it said it was only a foot deep, 1.6, 1.5 feet. And he put his pole down, his pole went all the way to the bottom. And I think the fish were just so thick, the graph thought it was only 1.5 feet deep. That's a lot of bait fish. He's all, it's got to be messing up. But all of a sudden we drifted a little bit and it dropped back down to 8 feet. So yeah, I mean, it's just, they're thick as thieves out here, as the saying goes. You can't really see them. I mean, they're so thick that you can't see any bass on the graph. It's just, you can't see them. They're all probably down there around them and inside them and all that. But you just see all these, it just looks like weeds on the bottom. Pretty funny. I go back to the drop shot too. And Jeff hasn't even thrown it yet. He hasn't even thrown the bait that's, well, I don't know. I mean, I caught those fish and I lost it, and now I haven't even been able to fish it since. I should have been on it a long time ago. I'll turn this a little bit. But yeah. Oh, there's a bunch. And you see, now there's nothing out here. There's a few starting to show up.
I think they're using the boat as shade.
Yeah, we said they're probably using the boat as shade because we were anchored. He has the spot lock, and we were anchored, and they just kept staying right under the boat. Yeah, see, it's really hard to work this thing that I'm fishing because we got this wind right now. And I'm trying to use the flicking with a 1/16. And I got like a 40-foot bow in my freaking line right now. Basically, I'm throwing something that's not effective in the conditions we're in, so I'm just wasting time right now.
Your video, man.
I mean, that's the thing that people, well, because I don't want to spend it. I need to re-rig. I can't believe I freaking lost 2 drop shots out here. I never lose drop shots out here. I've already lost 2. I was hoping you'd pitch in and start catching a bunch of fish, but he wants to throw around a jig.
Darn jigs don't catch bass.
Not in this situation.
Tell that to those 2 I just caught. 2 of the biggest fish of the day.
How long have I fished a drop shot? 15 minutes? How long have you fished a jig? Hour and a half? He's challenging me, guys. He's challenging me live right now. Have I what? I didn't see that one. Those 4 in 10 minutes. What happened to the hooks you gave me? Just every do a fish off, loser jumps in the lake.
Well, I don't think you can swim back to shore, so I don't feel like saving you.
Oh, yeah, this has a weed guard, huh? I was wondering what he told me to clip off. This thing had a weed guard on it. That's the right size hook. All right, I'm gonna get back to the drop shot. I'm going back to drop shot, guys. just, just walk to shore if you can't swim. Evidently knows the lake, right?
I don't have a problem. I got a boat. There's only one guy out here without a boat.
Yeah, if you lose and you have to jump in, I can start the engine and take off. Ah! I can't even tie the drop shot right now, guys. Having all kinds of issues. All kinds of issues. All right, there we go. There we go. Now I got it. Ow. Good hook, Jeff. It just stuck me. All right. Always aim your hook. I think I've told you guys this before. So the hook's now, this side right here is towards the rod tip. Always turn it away from the rod tip when you string it. Then when you tie it, it actually flips it around. And also always do this.
Loop it back through.
Always go back through the eye. That holds the hook much straighter. Holds it much straighter down the line. So when you're fishing something in, it's not a, you see it right there. It's not going sideways and stuff. All right, now I'm gonna disappear. Here, watch Jeff for a bit. Entertain him, Jeff. Tell him how you're gonna work me. Ah,
Is that a party boat over there? How many people are on that boat?
is it a rental?
How many people are on that boat? Can you see that far?
Oh yeah, that's a rental, right?
Looks like it. Looks like it's stacked.
There's like 40 people on it. I guess they don't have a limit. Guys, I'm getting there, I swear. What happened? Now I'm losing all kinds of stuff out of this boat. Suddenly losing everything out of this boat, guys. I don't know.
It's not the boat's fault.
Not the boat's fault. It's my fault. All right, I'm back. After yesterday when I went live at the pier, you know me, I like to do the bullet head with the split ring at the bottom to hold it. I took the split rings out. I left split rings in my car with all the saltwater rockfish stuff. Like an idiot. So I'm using like whatever I can find. Old hooks. Piece of Jeff's shoe. Just like whatever I can tie to stop the weight from going off the bottom. All right. Back in action with a drop shot. Now I'm going to go with, after I've hyped this all up, probably won't catch a fish. But this is what I was catching them all on. Margarita mutilator color, the brown. Brown and purple. So now I'm actually going to fish it, guys. Back in the area where all the bait's on the bottom. The wind has come up even more. Water's dropping. It's now a little bit under 80 degrees, probably because of the wind chop. It's actually 79.7. Not like much of a drop, 0.3. But I'm going to see if what I caught him on before still works. Is that a fish? Felt like a fish. Man, there's so much bait under the boat right now. It's raining in Chicago. I had another fish. Now I'm getting little ones, guys. They're definitely out here though. Last time, yeah, I caught those 4 fish, and each one I threw in a different direction. It's just like I threw one spot, and I threw another spot, and I threw another spot, and I'm like, dude, they're out here. This is supposed to be bait we're looking at. They're all over out here. Oh, there's a little buoy. Let me see if I can listen to this. There we go.
5 people on there? How many people?
Is that little buoy out there, guys? Oh, wait. Jeff has one.
Oh, sunset.
Did you lose it? Oh, Jeff had one. Jeff had one for a second. Where's that out? Out. He's throwing straighter out. Now we're in 9-2, and there's no bait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's obsessed about counting. He's counting those people over there on the rental boat. There's like 6 of them on it. They don't care here. You got the money, they'll sell you a rental. Rent you a rental. Whoa. Thought it was fish, but I guess not. I'm just worried now I'm going to bust off again. After I've hyped up this whole bait and everything. Come on, Jeff. They're voting for you now. It's a new Jeff channel. Because he kicked my butt with a jerkbait that day. Everybody's on the Jeff wagon.
I've already caught. You got a long ways to keep up with me today. I got
Really?
9.
He's got 9, guys.
No, 10.
He's got 10. And you got here when?
A couple minutes before you did.
He got here at 7 in the morning. I started fishing at 3:45. Right? Wasn't it? It was about 3:45. Did you get a bite? Got a bite, guys.
Those little nibbles, like a bluegill or a crawfish or something.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I mean, obviously, there's.
Not a-
Oh, we just went over a whole huge freaking ball of bait. Now it's back down to nothing. Yeah, but they're on this bait. The bottom's nothing. It's just flat. It's flat. There are some humps out here. Obviously, there's some wood that I keep catching my freaking drop shot on. Anyway, it's a needle in a freaking haystack
You
out
might have
here.
to do a real 911 rescue if that thing goes down.
We're coming over tons of bait again. Yeah, it's not what the bottom's like. It's just the depth. I mean, this lake is pretty shallow anyway. Over here, we're at 9 feet right now. We're in 10 feet. We went up over there and they got all of the 7 to 6 feet, and there was no bait fish, no nothing around. Basically, what it is out here, I need to throw the other way. See, but what is out here is just all the fry, all the cormorant over there working it on the inside. Yeah, there's
Those are merganizers.
that's a merganeser. Oh yeah, that's not a cormy. Is that a grebe? Those are cormies. Those two are cormies. That's a grebe then?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's a fish eater. Doesn't matter what the bird is. If it's fish eater. Yeah, but all these fish are out here. All these fish are out here, and I mean, this place has an incredible spawn here. I mean, there were fry. Chris was on here earlier. I don't know if he's still on here, but he saw the amount of fry out here. It's just they have an incredible spawn here. The bluegill and the bass. Well, not the bluegill, the crappie and the bass. Just millions and millions of fry. And evidently, right now, about this time, the middle of summer, and that, because we fished in a lot of the shows out here. Since we did good on them, we came out here, we couldn't get in it. But now they're all out here. They're just freaking everywhere. What are you looking for?
My sandwich.
This one? You want one? Which one do you want? Oh, that one's you? Sorry, he's going for food. You can have that one. I'll take that one. I'm going to have to turn around and fish the other way. Seems to be nothing back towards the buoy. Now that I told you guys this is the bait of choice. I suddenly can't get a bite on it. He always has good sandwiches with him, guys. Yeah, but I said there's a bunch of bait out here, but this water, the color of it, my first thought was going to the purple and brown because it stands out a lot. Anyway, they're feeding on lighter stuff. And I was doing really good on it. I broke it off and I never went back to it. What do you want now? Water? It's not in there. So he gets in these moods where he has to eat. Oh, there's a fish. Yay. Got one, guys. And it's not a teeny one. First cast that way with him. It's a good fish. He hit it like he was little. He ain't little. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. These lines getting tangled.
Get him on the other side of the boat.
Well, it's too late. It's already tangled in it.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? What are you doing? He's eating food and he's leaving his line in my way. Now I'm snagged. Now it's tangling me all up with his line. There we go, guys. I had to cast the other way. I had to cast behind the boat. Evidently, that's where they're sitting. It's probably going to take me 2 hours to get my line. There's the fish. Nice fish. Yeah, but smallest one that's the keeper that I've caught so far. And look at this mess. Jeff didn't even reel in his line before he started eating. He just let it drift out there.
Can't catch that unless your worms in the water, son.
He just wanted to sabotage me. Oh, I didn't even see that comment. Oh, God. I'm going to have to break off my drop shot and retie now. Look at Jeff. He's just over there. No care in the world, guys. He's just eating a sandwich. Having a good old time. Well, I'm like so completely tangled in this thing. It's going to take me. Jesus. Oh my God. That's it. I'm cutting my fucking line. This is fucking ridiculous.
Whoa. What's your language?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm pissed off.
What's your language?
I don't want to deal with this. I've already retied this stupid drop shot like 10 times. It's just too tangled. I'm just going to start over. I don't want to deal with it. He's lucky I just didn't cut his line.
No cussing in my boat.
I'm just going to retie, guys. I just don't want to deal with it. It was just too wrapped up.
You need to go through a how-to method again anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. He's... Wait, what was that other comment? When a guy's got to eat, a guy's got to eat. Yeah, but when he eats, should he not take his line out of the water?
How are you going to catch anything with your line in the boat?
Well, it's laying on the bottom and it's getting caught in my line. Damn tangles. Yeah, that was damn tangles, all right. They agreed with me. If you're going to stop and eat, at least take your line out of the water. A little common courtesy. He's just trying to sabotage me because he doesn't want to have to jump in the water afterwards.
What's going on back there? Come on, let's go fishing, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the issue in the boat. I'm the problem. Did you get one? I think he has a fish, guys. I guess that's the way you do it. You throw it out, you let me drag it, and then
Oh,
oh no,
Santale Chuge.
it busted him off. You should have retied.
Oh my God.
That was back the way I just had that one, right? Guess the fish are this way, guys. You just had one good enough, it busted him off.
It had me in something.
Oh, did it take you into the? There are some logs and stuff out here.
That's what we call dead sticking it.
Yeah, we just taught you guys dead sticking. Well, no, because I moved it around with the fish. Chris said all we need now is a. Chris said all we need now is a howling dog and a car alarm. We got a fire. We got a emergency alarm going right now. That's almost the same thing. Oh, that was probably a good fish, or you think he just got you in something? I want to get back out there, but I don't know what happened, guys. I thought I brought that fishing clean, but somehow my drop shot just tangled all over itself, and I had to cut it off. What?
That was my last white lightning too.
What's a white lightning? What's a white lightning? Is that the name of the jig?
TRD.
TRD? What'd you catch that one on? I thought that was a jig.
Oh no.
That was a turd?
Yeah.
That was a net?
No. Wacky.
Oh, he caught it wacky on a TRD. I thought he was still using the jig, guys. My faux pas. Was that PP and J?
No, it was white lightning.
Oh, the white. Oh, that one you already caught him on. All right, guys. 2 hours later, I'm gonna cast back out. I got it. I want to show you guys this graph so you can see what it looks like. We have it on spot lock, so we're staying in the same place. But it just looks like there's stuff from, well, looks like there's just stuff in the water column from 2 feet down to 9 feet. And I said, I thought it was weeds when I was looking at it to begin with. It was basically just all the fry out here. We just found a honey hole of fry just cruising around out here. I said Jeff hadn't fished in this area earlier in the day and then we came over this way and we stumbled onto something. Chris, look the other way. I know where Chris is going to be the next time he comes out, if he's still on here. He's gonna be around here, and I don't blame him. I don't know if they'll still be here. We just stumbled onto it. I had no idea. Chris just said LOL. Yeah, there is. I guess we found where all those fry that were around the sides went, guys. They're all out here in the middle right now. Makes sense. They want to sit up near the edge. All right, JC. He said, "Have a good night. I got beer to drink." All right, nothing on that cast. Well, the same problem at Kentucky Lake. What? They're all nothing's around shore. They're all out deep. See, the thing is, here you wouldn't think this was deep. Pinto's at the deepest, which is over that way, over out there in the middle area. The deepest part this place gets is more over that way. It's like 20, 30 feet, I think. 20? Well, when it's full, it's more like another 10 feet. But yeah, it's like 20. And a lot of this around the edges and everything is only like we were over there. 6, 7 feet. But where we're sitting, the little spot we found, which is funny because it's not, see, that's more into the middle. And over there, more in the middle, it's only like 7 feet. And we actually are sitting closer to the shore behind me, and we're in a spot where it's consistently 9 and 10 feet. So just that little bit of deeper has all the bait fish or all the fry. And we went over there where it was shallower, and I didn't see. I was back here and I watched the graph the whole time. There was nothing over there. This wasn't my spot. Originally, this spot was. I was tipped off to it by a friend of mine, Kevin, and I was just out here one day, and I was over there going along shore, and I saw him sitting out here, and I watched him catch like 2 or 3 fish. I came over to him and go, "What do you want out here, Kevin?" He's like, "I don't know, but I've been catching tons of fish sitting right here by this buoy and casting out this way." And there is actually a little drop out here too. All right, I think Jeff's gonna actually start fishing again. I think in anything, I just casted twice the same way I just caught that one. So I'm gonna have to go in another direction. What'd you go with, the Ned?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going with the Ned. He wants to. He went with a different profile though. I was throwing the Ned with the little dropping stick, or the 3-inch stick worm, and I caught that 3-inch bass. It was hard to catch that bass. I mean, that bass should have been. There's no way. I don't know. I ended up hooking him right underneath the gills. I've sort of lost where these fish are now. I found that one. Actually, I have this turned. I gotta move over here, guys. Boat's a little cockeyed. Should have went live earlier, but I didn't want to go live for like freaking 3 hours, 4 hours. There's another fish. Something just hit it. I don't know if he's still on there. No, no. Must have been one of the little bait fish, not an actual bass. Felt the tap. Yeah, there's some stuff out here. When we first came in, kind of out where he's fishing, I saw a bunch of bumps and law. It was all bumpy and some other type stuff. But then I figured out after being here out here for a while and starting to read craft that a lot of what I saw was actually the bait, not actual logs or anything else. Actually, on the bottom, it was just all the bait fish. There's one right at the boat. Little nipper right at the boat. All right,
Something sticky right there.
that's where I lost mine. That's where I lost my drop shot. Was right over that way. He's watched this on his lunch break. Whoops, where are you? All right, fun time back at work. Thanks for checking in during your lunch break. I had a spot. Now we're moving because Jeff found he found the same log that I found. You get it? He got it. Oh, I have a fish guy. Yes. Another fish. I don't think it's teeny. Oh, where's he going? I like to go into the boat. Another fish for me, guys. Oh, and he threw my worm. He threw my worm, guys. Here we go. Another fishy. See how light they are in here. It's because of the watercolor. Got that. Oh, look, he's one-eyed, guys. Caught a one-eyed fish. Blind in one eye.
You know how you do that? Look at that fish with one eye.
Yeah. Now what?
Looking at that fish with one eye.
No, I said it has one eye.
Look at that fish with one eye.
Oh, I get it. Your perspective. I told you to look at the fish with one eye. Got it.
Well, that took a while.
I know, huh? I'm like, but look, guys, this is the worst thing. I told you I only have 2 of that color left, and that fish just took it. It wasn't even that big of a fish. That's it. That's the last brown and purple I have with me. I've gone through 25 of them in the last just couple shows. I tell you guys, you get in the summer, you get this water, this color. It gets that sort of greenish, kind of almost a fluorescent green. Uh-oh.
What was that all about?
I was trying to cast over you. I was trying to cast over and I caught him. Angle of the boat, I can't cast. Uh-oh, guys. Another tangle. This is terrible. This one's not as bad, though. I don't think. No, it's not. I'm out. I'm out already. Slip this line is cut around the hook. All right. Alrighty, I'm back in action. I'm back out the direction I caught that one. So we got the spot lock on. Well, actually, we moved. We're now actually in 8.5 feet of water. We were sitting in 9 feet of water. But Jeff moved us over because he got caught up and he went to go get his bait back. But he's out there on the front of the boat. Whoa, working it. So, but yeah, but still, just so you sit in at least 8 feet or more, it seems like these fish are in it. You go up to 7, 6 feet of water, doesn't seem to be anything there. Actually, one. He caught one on a jig that was in the 7 foot. But and it's funny because it's not. You think going further out, actually, if you go further out that way more, it does drop to around 10, 11 feet. It's actually kind of deeper here, and then it actually gets shallower as you go further out. So we're in this kind of little trough right now. I'm not seeing any bait fish under the boat now. We're just out here with seems to be tons and tons of bait, just cruising along. Out here, they're not. I mean, you can see it behind me. See all that? See all that stuff behind me? There's like water 10 feet into all that brush and all that other stuff. And earlier, when we were in some of our shows, that's where the fry were. We're right out front of it. Now suddenly, 80-degree water, more in the middle of summer. They're sitting out here in the middle. Kind of like what they do in the bigger lakes now when they go out on the ledges and stuff. But everybody else is still sitting around here flipping. We're trying. Just out in the middle. This wind's annoying though. It's coming at a weird angle. Oops, just kicked the camera. Come on, Jeff. Pitch in. Go nuts.
Go bananas.
Go catch some fish. He keeps going to the light colors. I keep telling him to try the dark. Of course, I'm not catching like I was in the dark. But I don't know where we're oriented now. Who's winning so far? I don't know. How many have we each caught since we went live? Do you have two or one?
Me?
Yeah.
Uh, one live.
Yeah, I think he has one live. I have two. He had that one hook that evidently broke him off and something. Now we're starting to get a bigger wind. But he hasn't tried drop shot yet. It's definitely not like it was earlier. Now we're under. Now there's bait all over under us again. And we first got out here around 4 and that's when I went nuts. And I broke off and then I experimented and tried an head rig and the flicking and a bunch of other stuff. But it was the drop shot that did the damage for me. And since we've gone live, 2 fish I caught. We're back on the drop shot. Oh no, I caught that little one, so I have 3. Remember I caught that like dinker right away. I got a fish right. Is that a fish? No, that's one of those. One of the random logs out here is right underneath the boat. Right, I'm gonna go back over this way. I'm gonna try throwing back towards the buoy. It's a white buoy, by the way, Chris. Oh Jesus, he's going big, guys. Look at this. Oh, he just threw it out. It's like a. It's like a. Oh, here we go. It's like a 25-inch worm. Look at that thing. He's going all out, man. He just wants to catch him on. Hey, Virginia fisherman. He just wants to catch him on anything but a drop shot. Oh, carp just jumped over there. Where there's carp, there's bass. He's going mondo now, guys. He's trying to catch a 12-4. And yeah, see, we're back in 9 feet. Oh, is that a fish? Thought that was a fish. Oh, I missed the comment. Did I miss any fish catching? A few. I've caught 3, and Jeff had one, and one that one that busted him off and something after a 15-minute dead sticking session with a Ned rig. Or flicking. That was flicking, right?
That was
That was flicking.
the sandwich strategy.
That's right. He kicked back, had a sandwich, left his line out. I got tangled in it. I cut off, left his line there. He finished doing his sandwich. I'm recapping now. Virginia fisherman wants to catch up. And then all of a sudden he picked up his line and he had a fish. And it was a good fish too. But it got him caught in something and he ended up breaking it off. I've never seen that strategy yet. I mean, he cast it out, had me get his sandwich and his drink for him. Sat there, I got a fish. My fish actually swam, got caught in his line. I got it out. What did you just like 5-6 minutes later?
The corner is right on top of my lunch pail.
5-6 minutes later, he started reeling it in and he had a fish on it. It was like a 20-minute dead stick. Except my fish actually moved it a bit. Virginia fisherman caught his PB that way. You threw out, let it sit, and they ate your lunch. And when you picked it up, there was a fish on it. I always catch him when I'm lighting cigarettes. Yep, that's the way he caught it. I always stop and go like this to light my cigarette, and all of a sudden I'll have a fish.
There's something sticky right there.
He's caught again, guys. We're at 9-4, and there's tons of bait under the boat. Well, that's the other thing, Virginia fisherman. You just checked in. We found all the fry out here. It's obviously just crap load of the baby bass, and well, I think I have a fish, but I'm just dragging it. Yeah, evidently all the crappie and baby crappie and the baby bass are all just scattered all over the place out here. I can't see it. Nice, yeah. This way, when we first got here, before I went live, first cast I had a fish, and then within 15 minutes, I had 4 fish, and 2 of them were good keepers. One was over 3. Then I broke off the drop shot, which seems to be the only thing they really like, and didn't fish it till right now again. Now you're all caught up. That's the recap. And we're sitting in about 10 feet of water. Actually, we're at 8.5 right now. Oh my God. It's funny as you can see all the bait. And I thought it was weeds and that, and all of a sudden it just stops. Just drop. Oh, look, now there's fish up higher in the column, and you can see all a bunch of water below them. They're between 2 and 4 feet, and we're in. Well, now we went shallower. Now we're at 7.5. But oh, it's really cool to see all this bait under us. I haven't really. I used to have a graph on my old bass boat that I had, but it was old school. It wasn't even grayscale. And to see it on this grayscale, and so for me to try and figure out, I thought it was grass I was seeing all the time. I thought it was like hydrilla or something under the water by the way it looked. But another carp right there. But he was throwing the jig around, the bladed jig, and the crankbait and coming up with nothing. So then I realized what I'm seeing is that's what bait fish look like when you have the nice grayscale on your graph. He's throwing around that big, huge worm still. I think we're too shallow. I mean, there's a lot of bait right here. We're at 7.5 right now. I want to try the big 3-inch, but got me a couple bites. Oh, now we're starting to get the fog. Now we're getting the fog to come in. That's not good. I'd rather it be sunny out here.
Hope we can find our way home.
I don't think the fog's gonna be that thick, Jeff. So you can see the fog there, guys. I put it on Jeff, and you can see all the fog starting to come in. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun. Or better, but there's so much bait out here. They're probably not gonna leave. I just don't know where we were sitting when I caught all those fish exactly. We were a little more out or something. We were out further because the buoy was behind me.
Out further. Where's out further?
Well, out away from the buoy. No, we're moving in where we were now. Because it was 7 back there. Now we're at 8.9, 8.8. Uh-oh, I think that might be a fish. Yep, that was a fish. I think I missed him, but that was a fish. No, he's still there. Little guy. He came back and hit it again. Must have been. He's probably one of the bait fish, because I said they're not bait fish. I mean, they are bait fish because the bass are eating them, but they're not like shad or herring or anything like that. They're actually baby bass and baby crappie. I think this is about where we were. No. We're in 7 foot again. We're 7.7. Now it's 8. There we go. There we go. Now it's at 9.7. And it's getting a big bumpier bottom. I don't see any bait. It's like every time we come out of the spot that looks good on the bottom. Seems to be in. Yeah, we're way too far out. We're kind of halfway between here and there. Or we were. Do bass eat their young?
Oh, yeah.
Do bass eat their young? Yeah. Yeah. More than you think. Actually, spotted bass are the most aggressive for eating their own young. The most cannibalistic are spots. But oh yeah, bass, smallmouth. Yeah, it's really funny because when everybody says they catch a bass, and it was fry guarding, because They catch it where there's a bunch of fry up near the surface or whatever. That bass was there because it was eating that fry. It wasn't guarding him. They only guard him for like a couple days while they're around the
Guarding it
nest.
from other things eating it so it can eat it.
Exactly. Yeah, people always say that. They say, even the pros, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They guard them for a couple days. They usually hang around the nest for like 3 or 4 days after they hatch. And the bass will stay on the nest and kind of guard them. But once that bass leaves the nest, and that's usually when those fry go up to the surface, they're no longer guarding them, they're eating them. Nature's not kind. It's it's not like they're guarding them for like 2 months after when they're still all little, like keeping them safe and that. Oh no. Second that instinct to guard them leaves their memory, it's food. It's That's why a lot of those, ponds where there's a few big fish and they have their fry. There's a lot of fry in there, and then not very many of those fish reproduce, and there's not very big ones in there because the big ones are eating everything they produce. Survival of the fittest in nature, guys. It's not like us humans. Once they're off the nest, they're
There's
free.
a lot of weak humans.
Yeah.
Good thing evolution's still not happening.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've had that argument with a lot of people. Trust me.
No argument.
Well, well,
Well,
well. No, I'm saying a lot of the diseases that are being kept around and everything, and other stuff, and that is because we're people. In nature, those people would not live.
yeah. I hit that thing again.
We found a good spot. Jeff Stagg, look.
I got out.
Oh, you got it out. No, that was just my thing with it. I mean, you watch it in nature. There's like a cute little deer. It happened to break its leg. This really nice lion comes up, just strolls right up to it, and then grabs it in the neck and drags it away. It's like, that's nature, guys. See, fishing lately, guys, in the middle of summer has been better in the middle of the day. It's time that a lot of you guys probably. Whoa. Oh no, did I catch that thing you caught? A lot of people always want to come out in the summer and they want to fish like the first few hours in the morning and then the first like couple hours in the evening. And I'm going to all these lakes around in this area and Pinto. And I'm catching fish between like 1 and 5 o'clock. And then usually between 5 or 6 o'clock all the way till dark, I never get another bite. Or if I go to a surface lure or something, I get like one pop or something. But I catch sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10 fish, middle of the day. Most people don't want to be out there because it's 100 freaking degrees, 97 and 100. But I don't know. I have some bunch of shows coming up where
If you name a lion and you name a gazelle,
we're getting a philosophy teaching right now. Wait, let me put the spot. He's on a soapbox. Let's go.
if you name a lion and you name a gazelle, and you don't want nothing to die, and then something dies, who do you root for? Just because you gave it a name, does that mean what?
Does that mean it's better off?
I don't know. People think if you give it a name, then all of a sudden it's human.
Oh, yeah. I go early in the morning and late in the evening. Yeah. Try the middle of the day, I'm telling you. A lot of times in the middle of the day, it's finessier stuff. I mean, sometimes if there's shad around, and there's bait fish around in the middle of the day, you can catch them on a crank or swim bait or something like that, just right in the middle of the day. But I'm telling you, since it's been the hottest part of summer now, all these lakes I'm going to, fishing is phenomenal when it's 100 degrees out. And a lot of it is because I'm gonna do a tips and tricks or project bites on this, but a lot of times in the middle of the day when the sun's on it and it's the hottest, you get the most photosynthesis on the algae that's in there. Plus, that's when a lot of the zooplankton and phytoplankton are active and reproducing. That is when it's the hottest in the middle of the day when it's up. And so that's a lot of times when the shad are out, because the shad are out there and going around because that's when it's the most fertile and they're eating. Yeah, pros fish all day. They have to. Sun up till 3, 4 in the afternoon. But yeah, but that's all the activity, and you'll see it coming up in some of my shows. Well, there's bait fish and shad everywhere. I'm showing you on camera. They're swimming by me, and then once it comes evening and that sun kind of gets lower and goes in shade, the shad disappear, and I don't get another bite. And they're out in the middle of the freaking day.
Let's go to the point. We haven't caught anything in over a half hour.
I've been talking.
Huh?
I said I've been talking.
I'm gonna move.
He wants to move somewhere else. He's getting. I told you, middle of the day is when they're out here. Where do you want to move to?
That spot right over there.
Oh, he wants to move to the lucky. Do you want to move to the point or the other spot?
Spot right here.
The 4x4 spot. Wants to move up to the 4x4 spot. These fish were all over the place. When before I went live.
Watch your graph right here.
It's a bunch of weeds. No fishies though. All right. I know you guys can't see me now. The camera's turned around. Got the light behind me. Wow, there's something that came up off the bottom all the way up 9 feet. There's some tree or something that came all the way up to like 5 feet. There's no fish out here though. There's no bait fish out here. Or no fry. Fry, all I'll see, you can see it back there, guys. I don't know if you can still see it. Kind of left. There's that buoy back there. See that little mark in the water back there? That little white buoy. For some reason, they're all around that thing. We went all the way to 14 feet, guys. Oh, there's a big drop. There's a drop to the roadbed. There's a big. It goes like this and just goes 3 feet, and then it comes back up. There's an old road that used to run right through here. Yeah, there's a lot of fish down there. Now I'm not seeing all the fry that look like weeds down there. I'm actually seeing a bunch of individual fish. Oh man, they're all over the place out there. I don't know how big they are. I can't tell by this. I don't know what the marks are by this graph. But yeah, now there's more like bigger scattered fish all over the place. They're all down between like 12 and 8 feet. All over on the bottom. Yeah, there's an old roadbed that used to run through here. Actually, over there where we were fishing, back over that way, when it was really low, I saw the fence post, and evidently there's a fence down there or a gate. But you can see it, it goes flat, and all of a sudden it drops really quick. And then if you go over to this side by the where the county dock is, out from it, there's a bunch of the posts too. So I think it used to run, kind of ran out here, and it turned, and it went back in that way. But it was out here before they. It was out here before they basically created a dam, which is the road now that goes by Green Valley Road. Before that, it wasn't this big and it flowed out. Once they put the road in, it basically created a dam, and that's what flooded pretty much all the stuff you're seeing here behind me. This was all redwoods and stuff out here. The lake was like, it's only 72 acres right now. I don't know, originally it was probably only like 30 acres or something. 25 acres. It was because they put in that road that created the dam, and then they put in the pipe that was further up from where, I guess, the old creek channel or whatever, it used to flow out. So now we got the lake we got, and that's why all these stumps and all that stuff is over there, and that's why the roadbed's over there, because it used to be dry land. It used to be farmland. Still checking the bottom, looking to see if there's any bait fish over here, but I'm not seeing much. Pretty fry over here. I think most of the fish are just sitting back over here. You never even tried to drop shot over there, did you?
Huh?
You never tried to drop shot over there, did you? He just doesn't want to catch anything on a drop shot. He's being denier.
Oh, it's a legit tool.
Oh, I know.
Aaron Martin's won millions of dollars on it.
Oh, guys, I wanted to say this. This is gonna be funny. I don't know if you guys watch Flare, but look, guys, look, something's going on. There's steam coming off the water. Um, I don't know. I wasn't good at geography in school, but there's some sort of chemical reaction going on over there. Sorry, guys, I don't know if you saw that video, but first off, geography has nothing to do with why steam, and he didn't even know if the water was warmer or colder, why it was causing the steam. I just had to repeat it. I said I was going to wait until I was here one day when there was steam coming off the water and repeat that. It's because the water's 80 right now, and there's fog and what air temp's probably, but it's cooling off to like 60s now. So it's the colder air on the warmer water causes the steam. See, I was good in geography in school.
I was pretty good at rocket surgery.
I just couldn't believe it when he said that. And I was like, what? Geography? Well, do you even know where you are right now? Yeah, I think these fish are. I think they're pretty much your best bet. It's middle of the day, and they're all over all that fry. Exactly when most people think is the worst time to fish. In the middle of summer is actually the best time to fish. I don't know. I don't. Have you caught anything over here lately?
Last time I was out was with you. That's been out.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. This is usually early spot, post spawn.
Well, it's pre-spawn right now.
Technically, because the next thing they do is spawn in about 9 months.
We're fishing the pre-spawn.
I think now's the time you should go over there and throw active bait.
Go to where?
Where you were throwing them all in the middle of the day. They seem to settle down on the fry. Sometimes when they're not active on the fry is when you can get them on something coming through the fry, like a crankbait or a bladed jig or something. I don't know, everybody else has been out here. As of recently, been kind of slow, so I don't know. Right now we are. This is the honey hole. It's the honey hole when we had the search and rescue and all that stuff.
The honey hole go to honey.
There's a bunch of a tree here, there's a stump here, and all that. It's fairly deep. Right out here, it's 11 feet, 11.3. But this is more of a staging area, like right after they've already been up in all this stuff and spawn. Right when the fry first start coming out here, and they're only like an inch or two or whatever. A lot of them, where we found them a few times, is they will come out of all that stuff and they will stage basically on all this overhanging tree and all this stuff down here. Then you can come back here later in the middle of summer and might not catch anything. These fish go where the bait is, or where the food is, the easiest food. And for here, it's probably way back in there. Hey, dub plot. It's either way back up in there.
Dove plot?
Dub. It's either way back up in this stuff, in the reeds and all that, where they're picking off probably bluegill and other stuff, or they come out here to the outside of this lake, like where we just were, where all the fry end up going out to and feeding on them. So I said, there's golden shiners in here, but about this time of the year, well, I'm noticing that like I've only fished this lake for like 4 years now, 12, 13, 14, like 5 years now. But I've noticed in the summer, either they'll get on a golden shiner if the golden shiners have a good year and come in mostly more towards shore. If not that, they school those crappie. They school the crappie, they school the baby bass. They just, wherever they go is where you'll find all the fish. Out in the open area. Not, I mean, I said they can be in, like, this whole lake is, turn it, it's surrounded by all that. And there's like 10, 15 feet of water in there. Unless you're going to go in there and get them, and there's a million places they could be. Best thing is to find out where all the bait fish are. See, when we caught them all here, this is where all the bait fish were. Every time we fought a fish here on that video, you saw fry scattering everywhere. It looked like sardines. Now, evidently, whoa. You trying to jerk bait? Really? He's going back to trying to jerk bait, guys. We tried it earlier. He didn't get much. I just don't think there's much around here anyway. I'm not seeing anything on the graph. I'm not even seeing bait. Of course, it's back end stuck in there. It's only 5 feet deep. Yeah, I don't know. We've no, I can't get a shot of it.
We're running out of time, so hurry up, make up your mind.
No, I was trying to show them on the. Thanks. Yeah, I try. I have 700 videos online, so you got some videos to watch eventually. You got a few going back a few years that you probably haven't seen. Yeah, we're running out of time. It's getting a little late.
See anything back there?
It's all the scattered fish down there. See, we're heading back where we were, kind of. I'm keeping track of the graph right now. Trying to keep now. It looks like, I mean, there's a lot of fish down there, but it looks like individual. It's not groups. I'm trying to see right when we first start getting into. See, it's still 12 and a half feet out here. So it seems like all those fry are sitting around 8 or 9 feet. Are you heading straight towards it? Are you heading straight towards the buoy? Wow, it dropped off right there. It suddenly dropped down to 13 feet. There's a fish right there.
Right here.
Yeah, we just hit 10 feet right now. Yeah, I'd say start working from here towards it for a little bit. There's a bunch of big fish down there on the graph, but I'm pretty sure they were probably carp. There's like 4 of them, and they were pretty healthy images. Because there's some big freaking carp in here, so I'm not trusting those big things to actually be bass. There was just 4 of them hanging together right at about right when it turned to like 10 feet of water. It's right where they were sitting. And now I'm gonna have to totally recast because the boat just turned. I'm gonna cast more this way. Well, now I'm pretty convinced I know where these fish are. Pretty convinced if I came out here with more proper drop shots, more of the proper color bait, maybe some other things in that color, I could probably whack freaking 30 fish out here, no problem. And the carp are all, most of the carp we've seen jumping have been back this way. There's carp around, there's bass around. There's a million. The bait fish are so thick, the graph thinks it's only a foot and a half deep when you're 8 feet of water. You're in the right place. That happened earlier. They got so thick, the graph thought it was only a foot and a half deep. And Jeff went in the back and put his pole down right where the transducer is. And it's went all the way down. He couldn't even reach the bottom. And that's how thick all the fry were out here. I said, can they actually be thick enough that they fool the graph into thinking they're a hard bottom? But evidently. It's also when we swing a little bit further and boom, 8 feet again. It was the weirdest thing. I've never seen that. And then like I said earlier, boom. Fish first cast, fish, broke off. And then basically didn't go back to the drop shot until I went live with you guys. I got 3 on it. 2. I got 2 or 3 on it. I got 3, but I think the first one was on the flicking. Oh no, it was on drop shot. Yeah, we're moving back in. We're now at 9. Back to 9.7, 9.8. But there's none of the fry here. Don't see any fry under the boat like we were seeing. Yep, we're gonna kind of creeping up on the spot we were on, because a lot of the fish I was catching, casting more down this way. You still having troubles with that reel? This is this is jerkbait ritual. Can you backlash this out? Uh-oh. Now we're drifting. Guys, I'm telling you, when you see this color water, you can't really tell it from the thing, but see that water when it starts to get that kind of moss green, that like lighter green color, throw a purple worm or throw a margarita mutilator around something dark. Even if they're feeding on shad, like they were in here feeding on that crappie and baby bass and that, you throw that brown and purple, and it just stands out so good in this color water. Yeah, guys, it went from being warm out here to being really, really cold. That's why all that steam's coming off the water right now. Told you I was good at geography in school. Wow, we're drifting. This wind's suddenly really picking up. Whoa. Is that a fish? Huh?
Bumped on me.
Oh, was I? Felt like a fish. It's 8.5 here. 8.5. No bait. That's cool though. I'm glad I got to do that. I've never used or watched some of these more. Well, I don't know. My boat had like a 1990 freaking graph on it. Very old. Didn't even have grayscale. But look at these grayscale and figure out what that stuff is and what it is. That was pretty cool. Whoa. Jeff kept telling me to fish, and I just kept staring at the graph. Going, this looks so cool. It's like watching TV. Man, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can see it behind me. Look at that. Look at all that steam coming off the water. It's because the water's water's still basically 80 degrees, and it suddenly cooled off to in the 60s. So it's all evaporating. You can see all the mist going by me, and all of it there in the background. And no, the water's not going to cool off that much. I mean, it's cooled off 0.3 of a degree. That's high specific heat. Takes a lot of energy to cool it and a lot of energy to heat it.
A lot of energy for a long time.
Yeah, so overnight, the surface might cool down 2 or 3 degrees. Might come out in the morning, and instead of it being 80, it might be like 76, 77. But it's like the sun gets up and warms up again, it'll be back to 80. Whoa. Thought I had a bite right there. Yeah, it has high specific heat, guys. James. Well, see, usually I come on later. Or this is usually when I come on. But we're out in the boat and we got to be out soon. So I've been on for an hour and 27 minutes. You know me, I'd like to keep my lives. I like to keep my lives somewhere around hour and a half, 2 hours. Did you get one? Yeah, we had a pretty good day. We found some. We found out where all the fry are sitting in freaking Pinto. Found a mother load of fry, and there were some good bass sitting under them. But in the middle of the day, now that it's getting later, the bites have become fewer and fewer. The second we got out here, well,
Struck mine.
the second he got out here, or I got out with him because he'd been out. He'd been out for a while. And I spent like a while not fishing, just kicking back. Was having a beer because I just got off working my morning shift, day job. I was just kicking back. He caught a couple out here, and then I put on drop shot. Well, others have already heard this a long way. I'm recapping. Now we have James. Yeah, I caught 4 fish in like 15, 20 minutes. 2 keepers, 2 little ones. First fish first cast. Then it broke off, and then I tried other stuff until I went live. And I caught 2 little keepers. Jeff caught a pretty good keeper and broke one off. But yeah, we found a mother load. Oh, there's a bunch of them right there. What I saw on the graph I thought was weeds. We ended up finding out it's all the fry out here. And the drop shot was getting them better than the Ned rig. It was getting better than the jig. They want something just off the bottom. Bait seems to be. Oh man. Yeah, we're in the mother load of them now. Whoops. It would have been awesomeness if I would have actually. Yep. Suddenly, right now, guys, I got to show you guys this. I got to figure out a way to show you this. You got to see what this looks like on the graph. I mean, it's just, you suddenly just, it's solid. Solid freaking fish. How deep does that go?
This?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, but the fish rod, I mean, I said right now, you'd think it'd be this. When most people are like, oh, let's get out there. Let's get middle of the day. They were on it. They were all over it in the middle of the day, and now it's like pulling teeth. Jeff's going back through it trying a jerk bait. I think they're actually feeding below that. I don't know if they'll even be able to see that jerk bait through all the bait. Plus the water is a little dirty. The water's only like, it's only like it's only like a foot visibility, maybe 1.5 feet. It's really murky. That's why I went to this darker worm. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be on that jerk bait. Bladed jig, man. Well, I don't know. Probably deeper crank. I don't know. He's running that right now, which is he's like going real really, really fast. So it's limiting what I can do. I'm still sitting on the drop shot, and he's like going high speed with the jerk bait now. But here's the buoy. Anybody comes out here, that's the magic buoy right now. Bait everywhere around it. Well, I keep saying bait. I mean, it is bait, but it's crappie fry and bass fry. That's what's all out here. It might be bluegill fry too. I don't know. But it's just all over in this one little area between like 8 and 9 feet. Oh, come on. It means it's go time, I think. Ah, sorry, guys. If I'd have been able to go live a little bit earlier, or just came out and went live in the middle of the day, probably could caught a lot more fish, but wasn't that bad. Got to explain a lot about what's going on. I do want to show you the graph, though. I don't know if I could do it. Now you can't really see them. We're not really over any of them right now. Sorry, it's all crooked. Right there. Ah! Right there, guys. See that starting to show up right there? Most people think, oh, that's weeds or something like that, but that's actually all the fry. That is all just tons and tons of fry and bait fish that we're going over right now. See, it's all I told him it's striations. It looks like striations. What are all these striations? And he said, is that a word? And I said, yeah. See, that's more weeds right there, the vertical stuff. But these sort of striations and that. Once we got into that, oh, come back down here. Once we got into that stuff, we started catching a lot of fish. And I said I hooked one. And then suddenly it was trying to tell us on the graph that it was only 1.5 feet deep. Because it suddenly got so. See? Oh, wait, let me show that. Wait. See that right there? That's more of the trees and the other stuff. See how it's coming up? Look at that big thing. That's what's all out here. That you can tell is from the bottom coming up. But then I saw the other stuff that's horizontal. And like I said, the striations, everything through it, like was when I showed you a little bit earlier. And that's when I realized that. Sorry, you're like 10 feet above me. It's like clumsy right now. Oh, clumsy. Trying to aim it down, guys. Sorry. That's when I found out that those what we're looking at with there was actually bait fish. Or the crappie in that. And then we talked about that's when we started catching all the fish. It was when I started seeing all those striation type things all over. Sorry, I'm trying to collapse this thing. I'm trying not to fall overboard. Jeff's walking around and this whole thing is moving. And I just want to get right here where I can set it down and get more stable for you guys without moving all over the place. Yeah, that was what happened. Now it's gonna get really loud. Got the motor running. It's gonna be a little bit loud.
I need to Google straw
Yeah. I'm telling you, striation is a word. It might be a geology word. Not geography, geology. Where you get striations in the layers of the sediment in the ground. That's where I'm getting the word from. But it looked like striations, lines going horizontal. But I think that's what the bait fish was showing up as. Because it wasn't, straight. And we were sitting there and suddenly I just started throwing out random around there and that's what I called the fish. That's where he got his fish. Once we moved away from where all that was showing, And out here, all the way back now and everything else, none of those that horizontally looking stuff shows up. It was just a mass amount of frying water. And I sent a couple of baby bass, and he was getting a lot of little pegs. So yeah, if you ever see those things on a graph, not on, just horizontal, sideways, like, or see if you look back at this video, but it's posted. Yeah, and the amazing part, at one point, it told us we're only a foot and a half deep when we were in 8 feet of water. Because I guess they were just so thick there that the graph actually thought the thickness of the fish was actually the bottom. It's a pretty cool thing to watch. But obviously, right now, we're on our way in. This is kind of fun. I haven't been out with Jeff in, how long has it been? It's been like a month and a half. It's been a while. He hasn't even been out. This is the first time he's been out since the last time we were out. That show I just put up when he kicked my butt with the jerkbait. That's why I was trying to jerkbait around now, but the water color and the fry and everything's totally different now. That's probably why the jerkbait wasn't such a hot item like it was the last time we were out. Like all the things, they're situational, especially. I mean, they did good on a month and a half ago, and that was more in the post-spawn some of the time. Now we're in the dead middle of summer, and a lot of times jerkbait just won't work. You just want to use a little clear water, and use 5 to 6 foot visibility with that, or and I said it's like a foot and a half right now, murky. And that's why I went to the brown purple. Sometime right now, when you get that sort of day glow. Hope you guys can even hear me. I'm sure you can, but it's going to be annoying if we're coming in with the engine on. But yeah, when that water gets that neon sort of moss green, go to brown purple. Go to brown purple, or just a grape, or a grape with like a red in it. Something dark. Oh, the turquoise is the blue-green algae. No, I think they were doing it while it was blooming. That blue-green that you get, that's the blue-green algae. It's actually a bacteria, not an algae. It's a bacteria. They call it blue-green algae, but it's actually a bacteria. But it looks like mold, like the blue color of mold. You know, mold's that kind of blue kind of color. Well, that's what the blue-green algae looks like. I have it back in my videos. It gets that in certain phases, but the other times the water looks like it's pea soup. I mean, it looks like you painted the water in a pea soup green. And it's usually the fall when it blooms the most. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are getting annoyed by the engine sound. As we've been heading in, it's been fewer and fewer people watching because it's getting more and more annoying. They're sitting there going, all I'm hearing is the damn engine. I can't even hear him talk. So yeah, alright guys. I really wanted to end it when we were out there. But he just like jumped on real quick and got the engine going and headed to sea. Yeah, some of you guys, and I know some of you were on here later, came on later, but it's been about an hour and 40 minutes. But yeah, if you go back and watch from the beginning, when we catch some of the fish, I do some more explaining, show some of the baits. It was a good live thing. Not many fish caught, but at least for me, and explaining it and all that was very educational for me to figure that stuff out with the graph. But I think I'm gonna have to end these guys. Now it's down to 3 people. And we're actually, let's see now, we're coming in. He's back at the dock. Ugh. I actually don't know. I'm gonna be going live again. I know we got some people that are really liking the live that appear. And if you guys are regular, you know I fish there a lot. I think I have a couple times next week. I'm gonna pop up live. here. I kind of want to go back to Coyote Peak Lakes, pop up there and go live. But yeah, I'm gonna join this guy. I see it slowly, just people are just peeling off. That's the annoyedness of the stupid engine behind me keeps going. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Please join us for our next fishing show, our next live feed, our tips and tricks, our blogs, and next month is gonna be another giveaway coming. Also, I'm gonna pop up and do a little live, quick little giveaway, a little bit. But thanks a lot, guys. We're here. I gotta help take the boat down.